Alright, welcome to more Atelier Yumia, the Alchemist of Memories, and the Envisioned Land. Last time, Licht betrayed us. Sad days. Sad, sad days. I hope the game doesn't make me, kill him. That'd be unfortunate. I like Licht. He's out there doing what he has to do, or what he thinks he has to do. I don't know. Whether that's actually the right thing or not remains to be seen. I don't think he quite understands how homunculi work in this universe. Or maybe he does. I don't know. Maybe he's just that desperate and he doesn't actually care. But today, what we need to do is I need to progress the main story in the last region so that we can unlock a new base so that I can get the stupid comfort level up. Because I think that's one of the last things we need for the Lacuna region. I'm pretty sure. God, I don't know. What are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? Yeah, comforts. Fancy lamp, which I don't know where to get that recipe from. Comfort level. Yeah, it's just that. Okay, so comfort level and fancy lamp, and then we're done. But that being said, I do need a new base for that. So main story! Yeah, let's get to it. Okay. I'm undecided on if I want to go through and get all the all these remaining question marks on my own time, or if I do want to just take a day to stream that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I have a quest here. Oh, this is still Yumia's decision. Oh. Are we talking to Erhard about what Licht did? Or did I load the wrong save? I see. Setting aside whether or not it's true, Licht's goal was ultimately to help the people of his country. We're truly sorry, Chief. We failed to capture Licht or recover the materials he took. It's my fault. I could have stopped him, but I didn't know how to answer him, and I froze. It's alright. Don't worry about it. We had no way of knowing what was going on. But to what ends should power be used for? That's not a question that's limited to alchemy, nor is it something that can be answered so easily. And when you take into account personal feelings or the decisions made by a nation, that answer changes. Right? In any case, even in the days of the past civilization, the issue of creating homunculi was not so simple. I imagine Licht knows that as well. I feel like the surrounding situation must have been desperate for him to cling to such a thin thread of hope. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't seem evil or idiotic, so this must literally be the final option available. That may be true. Even if I were to get my hands on the technique to make homunculi, the idea of making them the same way they did back then is unthinkable. Of course, I'm not saying that we should just let him take and do whatever he wants with it, but for better or worse, the homunculus issue is still under investigation, which means it's under my supervision. Huh? You can see my ugly base in the background. No, don't look at it. Behind Lenya's head. In other words, Yumia and Nina, you are an alchemist and a homunculus. How the situation with Licht will be handled is up to you. I can't take responsibility for what happened, even if you end up regretting this. Taking responsibility is my job. You don't need to worry. More importantly, if he is planning on fleeing the nation, you should be able to catch him at the shore past Skura Hill. Counting on you. Oh no. Yumia, do you know what you're going to do? Yes. I don't know if it's the best option, though. I believe in your judgment, Miss Yumia. I do too. I believe that the value of the lives of me and other homunculi is also concerned here. So on the way there, I want us to go over our thoughts together. Let's make a choice we won't regret, Yumia. Do I like actually have to make a choice? I don't want to. I don't like moral dilemmas. I mean, who does? He's like by my house? Well, I wish I'd known that. I could have just put the fast travel to the... Whatever. It's fine. Everything is fine. Not really, though. Ah, Licht. Why you gotta do this to me, buddy? Why you gotta do this? I was really hoping that this was just an elaborate setup for the next game. And I could deal with it like a couple years from now, whenever that game comes out. Ow. But I guess not. Can I actually make use of this ladder? Where is this ladder? Oh shoot, it was a... Okay. Got that. At least it wasn't one that I needed to have triggered from up top. That would have been unfortunate. Geronimo! Whee! I feel like if I double jump near the bottom of the fall, it shouldn't count the fall damage then. Kind of like how when I'm gliding in Genshin, I just drop until the very bottom and then I catch myself. Or I do like a ground pound or whatever. It should be like that. So you found me. To be fair, you're right next to my house, so you're not really trying to hide. It's not the way I prefer to do things, but I'm prepared to battle. I don't want to fight you. Battle? If you want to stop someone who's prepared to put their life on the line, you must be prepared to take a life. Licht, as a homunculus myself, there's something I want to say to you. Hello, Odin. Welcome to stream. I feel most games should do that and also negate the delay of recovery from landing. Yeah. Like you land and should be able to move immediately when you double jump near the ground. Exactly. Some games do it. I think this is just a generally accepted thing that should just exist. Otherwise, why do I have double jump? Other than to defy gravity. For the people living back then, the mass production of homunculi was grueling. The path you walk is long and treacherous. But if you're acting in the hope of saving the people you care about, didn't Nina say that she wanted us all to like talk about what we were gonna do before we confronted Licht? We did not do that. There were no conversations. I won't stop you. Thanks. I won't give up. Licht, I pray that you will succeed. Even if those materials aren't useful as is, I hope that they will help you find some way to save your people. And I hope that you're able to use those techniques in a way that feels right to you. I see. I'll never forget your words. I too pray for the success of your investigation.
俺も
Okay, so we didn't kill Licht. I'm happy with this outcome.
これで
Let him walk off into the sunset. Alive. It's fine. We'll hopefully deal with this all in, like, the next game. Is this really okay?
きっとよくはないのだろうけど
Broadly speaking, I doubt it. But
これ
this
が
is the
私
answer
た
we
ちに出せる
chose.
答えだったんだと思うわ
さて
Alright, let's check in with the chief one last time. What happens next
どう
is
な
up
る
to
に
Licht.
せよあとは彼次第だ
Well, if he does anything shady with it, we can just hunt him down.
そんなことにはなら
I
ない
have faith that he won't.
信じてます
Yep.
信じるしかない
All we can do is have faith. I mean, I personally feel like as long as he uses it for what he said he was going to, which is just to take the souls from people who can't wake up, like, so people who are in a coma from birth, and give them a chance at living. Like, they were never awake to begin with, so I don't think they really had fully formed personalities. I don't know how comas work. I've never been in a coma, especially not one from, like, the moment I was born. I don't know. Do you have a personality? Do you understand, like, anything? I don't think so. Probably not. So it won't matter if the homunculus has a different personality than the original person, because the original person didn't have a personality, so who cares? But it lets that soul live on. So, you know what? Licht, live your life, I guess. I mean, you can reach out of reach places, defy gravity, as you said, to avoid enemy attacks. Yeah, whatever. Look cool in front of the kids. Yeah, that's the real reason. We all know that's the real
出
reason.
発しましょう
せっかくだし一休みしていこ
Assert dominance with your
う怪我するだ
hops
けだからな
is another one. Alright, God forbid I talk to Erhard here like a normal person. I have to walk around this corner to talk to Erhard. Whatever.
そうか
I see.
ご苦労だった
A job well done, everyone.
この件がなくとも
Even if this hadn't happened, deciding what to do with the mass production of homunculi would have been extremely difficult. I wonder if I had made different choices throughout this game, would my interaction with Licht have been different? Like, was something I did hours ago in this game, is that what caused this current interaction with Licht? Like, for me to let him go? I'm gonna have to Google that later.
錬金術が禁忌だからというだけじゃない
Also, I don't think I read what he said. Even if this hadn't happened, deciding what to do with the mass production of homunculi would have been extremely difficult.
そういう点でも
And not just because alchemy is taboo, it would have a huge impact on what we consider acceptable and ethical.
お前たちにも重い役目を背負わ
I
せ
put you two in quite a difficult position.
ここまで調査活動を続けてきて
Through everything that's happened during our investigation, I feel like I've truly come to understand
大きな力を持つことの
just how much responsibility comes with having great power.
お前は錬金術で
You're using alchemy to once again make this continent into a home for people to live in.
要は使い方だ
As with any
ど
tool,
んな道具
the
もそう
important
だ
thing is how you use it.
ユミヤさんの錬金術はあったかいです
I think your alchemy is warm, Miss Yumia.
私も
Me too. I like your alchemy, Yumia.
あ
Agreed. I
最
had
初
my
は
doubts
半
at the
信半疑だったと
start,
はいえ
but seeing the way
ずっと
you
君の
use
錬
it
金術を見続けていれば
over time, I've come to appreciate it as well.
私
I want to use the kind of alchemy that helps people hold on to hope.
これからも
So,
よろしくお願いします
I'll keep doing my best. Alright. Yumia's decision. Completed.
今日は屋根のあるところで眠れるかし
We
ら
now need to do the last
どこ
tower.
に向かうんだ
So that I can get a new base of operations. And I have no idea how to get to this underground passage. Like, literally none. I'm hoping that just kind of like happens, or I'll fall in a hole and it'll lead me to there.
マナが濃くなってきた。
Life goals, you
あんま
know.
り長居したい場所じゃないね。
To fall in a hole and have it somehow be
もっ
productive.
と取りますか。
Okay, can't go that way.
見つ
Fine.
けた。
Ba, ba, ba. Hello, sir.
そうだ。
Fight me. Goodbye, sir.
これでよし。
Boo.
これこれ。
I'm here now.
この扉壊れてる
Is the store broken? I don't think so. It looks still intact. I can break it though. Do you want me to? I can be pretty
どう
violent,
なんだろう。
especially with the weapons of mass destruction I
こうは
made.
ならない気もするけど。
I wonder if it was just broken. I don't think it would be like this.
これ壊れ
It's
て
not
るんじゃな
broken.
くて。
It looks like it's
作り途中なんじゃない
incomplete.
かな。
If you say so.
マナがぐちゃぐちゃに乱れて固
The
まって
mana
る
here
感
is a
じ。
mess. It's like someone was trying to fix it with alchemy but stopped halfway through.
お前じゃあどうこうできないのか
Can't you finish it?
うん
The way she just wobbled her head so much looked really painful.
ダメそう。小さいものな
I
ら
don't
ま
think
だ
this is
しも
going to work.
この大きさだと
Maybe if it were
私じゃどうしよう
smaller,
も。
but I'm not sure how to tackle something of this
フラミ、
flammy.
はい、何でしょうか。
Yeah, what do you need?
これスキャンできる？
Can you scan this?
ユミヤ、
Yumia, as you said yourself, the mana here is in disarray. In this state, a scan would not yield.
試しにさ、
Just give it a try. Do as best as you can.
承知しました。
Understood. I love Flammy as like this little flame bottle, but I kind of want us to make Flammy a body like we made Placta a body in Sophie. Scan results are as follows. Thank you so much, Flammy, for that really super helpful garbled trash that you just spewed.
全く聞き取れねえな
Couldn't catch a single word of
い
that.
ろんな人の声が重なって聞こえ
Sounded like
た
a
気が
bunch
す
of
るけど
people's voices all speaking at once.
伝送機のように整理して保存されておらず、あらゆる記
You
憶
wonder
が
if Flammy and
完全
Calcifer
に
would get along,
一体
being
となってい
fire
る状態
and all? Flammy would definitely sass Calcifer, and he would get really temperamental and pouty. That's exactly how that would play out. But then maybe eventually they could be friends. After they got over it. Unlike a memory vial that organizes and stores information, the memories here are all overlapping.
おい錬金術師こんなこと確認させて何がしたかったんだ
Hey, Alchemist, was there something you were trying to find out by doing this?
マナはぐちゃぐちゃに乱れて固まって
The
るだ
mana
け
may
で
be messed up,
な
but
くな
it's
って
still
しまっ
here.
たわけじゃない。なら、この
In
乱れ
that
た状
case,
態を
if
どう
we
にか
can
できれ
fix
ば、
the mess it's in,
つ
we'll
ま
be
り
able to
記
read
憶
the
を読み取れない
mana.
かな。
Or in other words, the memories?
ぐちゃぐちゃに絡まった糸を
Kind of
ほど
like
くというか
untangling a bunch of knotted up string. I suck at that. Don't ask me to do that. I'm fail at untangling like a double knotted
マナの
bag.
乱れを整えて再構築すれば可能
And I
かもし
usually
れま
wind up
せん
having to cut it open. If you organize and reconstruct the disarrayed mana in a process similar to regular synthesis, it may be possible.
つまり
In other
伝
words,
送機じゃないけど、頑張れば
It's not a
当時の
memory
記憶を
vial.
紐解けるかも
but if
しれ
we
ない
work
けれ
at
ど
it, we might be able to unravel the memories from back
やる
then.
だけやってみよう。
Let's give it a shot. Okay, if you say so. What am I
何作
checking?
ろうかな。どうしよう。
I'm synthesizing? Okay.
材料はあったかな。
Use one of these that I got out of a chest. Not one of my good ones. Dude, do I like actually need to make this good or am I done? Yeah, let's just call it here. What am I making? All done.
記憶の読み取りに成功。
Memory retrieval successful? All I did was give you a piece of cloth. What do you
た
mean?
だし、意味のない雑多な記
However,
憶
the
が
majority of the memories here are irrelevant to Flammy.
本状況の解決に役立つ可能性の
Information that is
高い
likely
情
to
報を
help
発見。
resolve the current
解読
situation
した記
found.
憶を再生しま
Playing
す。
decoded memories now.
国の管理施設であると
Who would try to sneak into a tower that's used for national administration? Spies, people who want to commit corporate espionage, people who hate the government, any number of people, actually.
あやつね
Greedy
ど
people,
こから侵入したのだ
terrorists, I don't know, the list goes on. How the heck did they get in?
犯人は評議員の裏口を利用し
The
てお
culprit
り
used a secret passage from the council building. I saw a secret passage that the game wouldn't let me go in. I saw it.
これって
This memory.
国の管理施設である
A
と
tower used for national administration.
今いるここ
Are
の
they
ことか
talking
な
about this place?
なるほど。
I see.
裏口を使ってここに侵入
So there were
した
some
バカがいた
idiots
って
who
こと
used a
だ。
secret passage to break in here. Sounds to me like they shouldn't have had a secret passage.
と
Um,
なら
so if we use that secret passage, we can avoid the jumbled
マナ
mana
の乱れを避けて
and enter the
戸に
tower?
入れたりそれだレイナ
That's it. Lanya, Flammy, you're geniuses. Aw, Lenya's so
先生の自
happy.
律型探索補助装置ですから
Flammy is a super high-spec independent survey assistance device after all.
まだ言ってるんだそれ
You're still spouting that.
揺るぎない事実である。
It is the indisputable truth.
はいはい
Yeah,
ともかく
yeah.
今は
Anyways,
裏口があるって
let's
いう
head to the council
評議
building
員の顔
where the secret passage is.
ならおそらくあの
I
建物
believe it's that building over
急ぎ
there.
ましょう。
Let's hurry over. Okay. Let's do it.
飲みやすさを
My
考
random
えて
plan.
作る工程が一番難しいっていう
My random stuff that's on the floor. What is this floating crystal? Can I shoot it? Nope. What the heck? I was trying to figure out what this crystal is, and you rudely interrupted my thought process. Who does that? I need to go this way still. I'm here now. So, this is the council building? According to those memories we found, there should be a secret passage somewhere, right?
とっとと見つかるといいが
I
な。
hope it's not a hassle to find. Did you miss the part where they called it a secret passage? I mean, it could be a secret tunnel. Now I want to go watch Avatar.
探してみよう徹底的に
Let's search this building, top to bottom. Through the mountain. And die. That is the extent of my memory of that song. Yep. I think I got all the info.